handled matters relative to neutrality to the best of their ability. For that reason, there was some variation in the way individuals dealt with the issue. End of footnote. I knew that what I had done was wrong, and I wanted my declaration to be annulled. One evening, I told the sister about my decision to ask for an annulment. A camp official must have overheard our conversation, because the very same evening I was suddenly discharged from the camp and sent on a train back to the Netherlands. One of the supervisors, I can still remember her face, said to me, "You are still a Bibelforscher, or Bible student, and you always will be." I replied, "Yes, I will, Jehovah willing." Still, I kept thinking, how can I renounce that declaration? One of the points in the declaration stated, "I assure by this, never again to be active for the International Bible Student Society." I knew what to do. In January 1943, soon after I reached home, I again began to share in the preaching work. Of course, if I was caught a second time by the Nazi authorities while preaching about God's kingdom, my punishment would be severe. To demonstrate further to Jehovah my heartfelt desire to be a loyal servant, my husband and I again opened our home as a lodging place for the couriers and the traveling overseers. How grateful I was for having received another opportunity to prove my love for Jehovah and His people. A painful ordeal. A few months before the war ended, my husband and I faced a painful ordeal. In October 1944, our daughter suddenly fell ill. Willie had diphtheria. Her condition quickly deteriorated, and she died 3 days later. She was only 8 years old. Losing our only child was a devastating blow. Truly, the trials I went through in Ravensbrück were nothing compared to the pain I felt when we lost our child. However, in moments of distress, we always drew comfort from the words found at Psalm 16:8. I have placed Jehovah in front of me constantly. Because He is at my right hand, I shall not be made to totter. My husband and I have firm confidence in Jehovah's promise of the resurrection. We persevered in the truth and were always zealous preachers of the good news. Until my husband's death in 1969, he truly helped me to serve Jehovah gratefully. Blessings and joys. During the past decades, one great source of joy has always been close association with full-time servants. As it had been during the war, our home was always open to host traveling overseers and their wives when they visited our congregation. One couple in the traveling work, Maarten and Nel Kaptein, even lived in our home for 13 years. When Nel became terminally ill, I had the privilege of caring for her in our home for 3 months until she died. The association with them and with the dear local brothers and sisters has helped me to enjoy the spiritual paradise in which we live right now. One of the highlights of my life came in 1995, an invitation to attend a commemoration in Ravensbrück. There I met sisters with whom I had been in camp and whom I had not seen for over 50 years. Being together with them was an unforgettable and heartwarming experience and a fine opportunity to encourage one another to look forward to the day when our dead loved ones will live again. The Apostle Paul states at Romans 15:4 that through our endurance and through the comfort from the Scriptures, we might have hope. I thank Jehovah for furnishing this hope, which has enabled me to serve Him gratefully, even under trials. End of article.